Online classes of mathematics for class 9. In this video we are going to start the chapter number 4, which is linear equations in two variables of NCERT textbook. Okay, and we will try to cover the exercise 4.1. This is our session number 1 for this particular chapter. Myself Deepak Gautam, teaching mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. So let's start with today's class. The chapter number 4, linear equations in two variables, in total have 5 subtopics which are listed here. In this session we are going to cover the first two, which is the introduction part and the linear equations. Okay, and the remaining will be covered in the following sessions. Okay, let's start. So first topic that we have is linear equations. Okay, so before coming to the linear equation, you have this linear polynomial. In the chapter number 2, which is polynomial, you have studied about the linear polynomial. So linear polynomials are a polynomial with degree 1 is called linear polynomial. Degree 1 means the highest power of the variable here will be 1. For example, we have 2x minus 1. You can see the variable here is x and whose power is 1. Okay. Similarly, we have 5y plus 3. Again, the variable here is y whose power is 1. So these are the polynomial with degree 1. And these two are the linear polynomial with one variable and degree 1. The next two are, we have x plus y. Now you can see the number of variables here are 2, x and y, but the degree is of both is 1 and 1. So this will also be a linear polynomial, but in degree. So linear polynomial in two variable. Okay, next we have 5d minus 4m. Here the variable are d and m, and you can see their power is 1 and 1 here. So this is also a linear polynomial, but in two variable. Okay, so these are some example of the linear polynomial. Linear polynomial simply means a polynomial with degree 1, and degree 1 means the highest power of the variable will be 1, as you can see in all these examples. Okay, now based on this we have a linear equation. An equation is when, if we have this linear polynomial, let's say this 2x minus 1, if we put a equality sign and if there is any number here, let's say 0, then in that case this become a equation, or you can say linear equation, as there is equality sign. Okay, similarly if we have this 5d minus 4m. Now this is a linear polynomial in two variable. When you put a equality sign and a number here, let's say 5, now this become a linear equation in two variable. Linear equation in two variable. Why it's linear? Because the power of variable is 1 and 1. Okay, and the variable involved here are d and m, that means there are two variables, so this will be termed as linear equation in two variable. Okay, so let's see the standard form of a linear equation. It says an equation which can be written in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a, b and c are the real numbers and a and b are both non-zero. That means the value of a and b cannot be 0, is called a linear equation in two variable. Okay, which means an equation which can be written in the form of ax plus by plus c. So the variable here are x and y, while a, b and c are the real numbers. A, B, C are not the variable, but they are the real number. Okay, and a and b cannot be 0. So for example, we can write an equation like this: 2x plus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. So this is an example of a linear equation in two variable. Here a here is 2, variable x is here, then we have plus, b here is 3, and then variable y, then we have plus c, which is 5 here. Okay, so this is a linear equation in two variable with variable x and y, where a, b and c are the real numbers. Okay, so this is the general or the standard form of a linear equation in two variable: ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, based on this we have few example, and then we will look at the exercise 4.1. so let's do some examples. This is chapter number 4, linear equation in two variable. Okay, So before starting the Excel, let's do some example. We have the example number 1, which says write each of the following equations in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, which is a standard form of a linear equation in two variable, and indicate the value of a, b and c in each case. Okay, we have to identify the value of a, b and c in each of the case. So the given equation to us is, let's write its answer. Part 1, we have the equation 2x plus 3y equals to 4.37. Okay, so first we will write the standard form of the linear equation. We have standard form of linear equation in two variable, which is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, so first what we're gonna do is we'll convert this equation in the form of the standard form. So we'll write 2x plus 3y equals to 4.37 can be written as 2x plus 3y, and when you shift this 4.37 onto the left hand side, it will become minus 4.37 equals to 0. Okay, now you can compare it to this standard form, and you will find that here a is equals to, the a here is 2, b is equals to 3, and c is equals to minus 4.37. okay, we have this with minus sign. So the standard form of a linear equation, after converting this in the standard form of a linear equation, we got the value of a equals to 2, b equals to 3, and c is equals to minus 4.37. okay, moving ahead to the next one, we have next equation, which is x minus 4 equals to root 3 into y. Okay, so again, first what we're going to do, we'll write the standard form of the linear equation in two variable. So right, we have here, we have standard form of linear equation in two variable, which is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This is the standard form of a linear equation. Let me extend the area. Okay, now we'll write the equation x minus 4 equals to root 3y can be written as, we'll write this as x, then we'll shift this plus root 3y onto the left hand side, so it will become minus root 3y, then we have minus 4 equal to 0. okay, now we'll compare this equation to the standard equation. So here we'll write here value of a here is, we don't have any number written here, so that means the value of a will be 1, then value of b will be minus root 3, and value of c is minus 4. okay, moving to the next part, we have equation 3, which is, we have 4 equals to 5x minus 3y. okay, this is our next equation. So again, we'll write, we have standard form of linear equation in two variable. Okay, which is ax plus by plus c. I'm writing it again so that you, when you write this in your notebook, you can also remember it clearly. Okay, this is the standard form of the linear equation in two variable. So we'll write now equation. The equation, given equation is 4 equals to 5x minus 3y, can be written as, we can write this as, we'll shift the variable, all the terms on the one side of the equality. So we have 5x minus 3y. When you shift this 4 onto the other side, it will be minus 4 equal to 0, where you can write here a is equals to 5 by comparing it to the standard equation, b will be equals to minus 3, and c is equals to minus 4. Okay, so we have these equations. Moving ahead to the next one. Okay, the part 1 in fourth is, we have the equation 2x equals to y. Okay, so we'll write the same statement here. We have the linear standard form of linear equation two variable, which is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, then we can write the equation. Here you will write the statement, we have the standard form of the linear equation in two variable, then you will write this equation. So write the equation 2x equals to y can be written as, we can write this as 2x, this y will be shifted to the left hand side, will be minus y plus, now we don't have any number here, that means the c here is 0, so we'll write equal to 0. Because we are not given the any other constant number, we assume that number to be 0. Okay, then we will write here a is equals to, by comparing to the standard form, which is this one, a is equals to 2, b is equals to minus 1, and c is equals to 0. So these are the value of the a, b and c in the given equation. So now moving to the next example, we have example number 2. Write each of the following as an equation in two variable. Okay, we have to write these all four given equation in the form of equation in two variable, while we are given only one variable, x, y, x and y here. Okay, now let's see how we can convert these equation into the equation of two variable. So let's write answer. Second example, part 1, we have the equation x equals to minus 5. So this can be written as, this equation can be written as, we can write this as, we have this x, okay, the number multiplied to this one is, as there is no number written, we assume that number to be 1, that means a here is 1. Then we don't have any other variable, so we'll write plus, let's assume that variable to be y. Since that variable is not here, so that means the coefficient of this y is 0. Then this plus minus 5, when you shift it to the left hand side, will become plus 5 equals to 0. So this is the equation in two variable. Only thing that what we did here is, we have assumed the second variable with its coefficient is 0. Okay, when you multiply y and 0, you will get again 0. Okay, that will be eliminated, so we'll left with x plus 5, and when you shift the 5 onto the other side, will be x equals to minus 5. Okay, next one we have y equals to 2. Again we'll write this equation can be written as, we can write this as, again we have only one variable y here, so we'll assume the second variable x with the coefficient 0, because when you multiply these two, you again gonna get 0, and that term will be eliminated. Okay, then we have the y with coefficient 1, as there is no number in front of it, so that means its coefficient is 1, and this plus 2 will become minus 2 when you shift it to the left hand side, then we'll have equals to 0. So these are again the equation in the two variable. Third part, we have the equation 2x equals to 3. Okay, again we can write this as, let me extend the writing area. Okay, so write this equation can be written as, so we'll write this equation as, again we have one variable term here which is x whose coefficient is 2. Since we don't have any other variable, so we'll assume that variable to be y with coefficient 0, and this plus 3 will become minus 3 onto the left hand side equal to 0. So this is again a equation in two variable where second variable y is with coefficient 0, and the last one we have 5y equals to 2. So right, this equation can be written as, this equation can be written as, again since there is no x, so we'll assume the second variable to be x with coefficient 0, then we have plus 5 into y, and this plus 2 will become minus 2 onto the left hand side equals to 0. So this is our equation in two variable now. So that's how we can solve these two examples. Okay, similarly we have this exercise 4.1. this exercise have only two questions. Okay, so the first question of the exercise 4.1 is, the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. Write a linear equation in two variable to represent this statement. So what we are given is, the cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. Cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. That means if the cost of pen is 1 rupees, so the cost of notebook will be twice, that is 2 rupees. If the cost of a pen is 5 rupees, that means its twice is 10, which is the cost of notebook. Okay, similarly if the cost of pen is 100 rupees, so cost of notebook will be its twice, that is 2 into 100 equals to 200. Okay, that's what this question says. Okay, now let's write a solution. You are given a hint that take the cost of a notebook as x and the cost of pen as y. It's not necessary to take these, you can choose any other variable for pen, cost of notebook or cost of pen. Okay, it's not only limited to x and y, you can choose any variable of your choice. Okay, so let's write its answer. Number 1, so write, let the cost of notebook be, we'll take the cost of notebook as x rupees, or you can add rupees x, and the cost of pen be y rupees. Okay, we have assumed the cost of notebook as x and the cost of pen as y. So what we are asked to do here is we have to write a linear equation in two variable to represent this statement. So this statement says the cost of the notebook is twice the cost of pen. So whatever the cost of pen, the double of that will be equals to the cost of notebook. So we have this according to question. Question says cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. So the statement says the cost of notebook is twice, this cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. So that means if you multiply the cost of pen, that will be equals to the cost of notebook. Okay, so we have assumed the cost of notebook as x rupees, then we have equality sign, then we have 2 multiplied by cost of pen, and we have assumed the cost of pen as y rupees, so this will be y. Hence the equation is x equals to 2y. So this is our linear equation in two variable for the given situation. That's what we are asked to do. Write a linear equation in two variable to represent the statement. So this is the linear equation in two variable representing the given statement. That is, cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. Okay, moving to the next question. Question number 2. Again you are asked, express the following linear equation in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0 and indicate the value of a, b and c. Okay, like we did in the example number 1. Okay, so let's start. We have this answer number 2 part 1. Okay, so equation we have is 2x plus 3y equals to 35 bar. Okay, so this equation can be written as, this equation can be written as, we can write this one as 2x plus 3y, and when you shift this 9.375 bar, sorry 9.35 bar onto the left hand side will be 9.35 bar equals to 0. Okay, so we'll write on comparing it with standard equation what is standard equation? That equation is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, so we have a is equals to, a here is 2, b is equals to this 3, and c is equals to minus 9.35 bar. Okay, now coming to the next part, we have part second. We have x minus y by divided by, let me write it again, y divided by 5 minus 10 equals to 0. Okay, so also we'll write the same statement. This equation can be written as, we can write this as, now you can see this equation is already in the form of standard equation form. Okay, but we can write this as x minus 1 by 5 into y minus 10 equals to 0. Okay, now on comparing with standard equation, on comparing it with standard equation, which is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, we have a equals to 1, b equals to minus 1 by 5, and c equals to minus 10. Okay, so that's how we can find the value of a, b and c by representing the given equation in the form of standard equation in standard form of a linear equation in two variable. Okay, similarly you can complete the remaining parts. I will do the two more parts, this 6th and the last 8th. The remaining parts, that is part number 3, 4, 5 and 7 will be your homework. Okay, so I'm gonna do next two part, which are 6th and the 8th. So let's see the now part 6. The given equation is 3x plus 2 equals to 0. We have 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So we can write this equation can be written as so I'll write this in the form of standard equation form. So I'll write 3x plus, since we don't have second variable y here, so we'll write the second variable y with coefficient 0. Then we have plus 2 equals to 0. Okay, so on comparing it with standard form, which is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. We have a equals to 3, b equals to 0 and c equals to 2. Okay, now the last part of this question and the exercise, that is part number 8. Okay, this was not the 4th, it was 6th. Okay, now I'm doing the 8th one, which is 5 equals to 2x. Okay, so write this equation can be written as we can write this one as 2x, as there is no second variable y, so we'll write that variable y with coefficient 0, and this 5 when shifted to onto the right hand side will be minus 5, then equals to 0. Okay, so I'll write on comparing it with standard equation, which is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, so we have a equals to 2, b equals to 0 and c equals to minus 5. Okay, so that's the solution of the part 8 of the question number 2 of exercise 4.1. Okay, I have done the 4 parts of this question. The remaining 4, which is part number 3, 4, 5 and 7 are your homework. Okay, now you will do this question by yourself. So with this we have finished the exercise 4.1. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to practice all the question so that you can understand them better. So that's all for today's class. Thanks for joining here. Thank you.